The art of music, the science of medicine, these are the building blocks in the life of Dr. Camillo Ricordi. His father, Carlo Emanuele Ricordi, was a music business executive who founded record label Dischi Ricordi, which featured recordings by prominent Italian performers. His mother, Maria Luisa Ricordi, ran a theater tailoring business. Their family home in Milan was often filled with music industry notables, including young Camillo's godfathers, famed conductor and composer Leonard Bernstein and record producer Earl McGrath, then president of Rolling Stones Group. Camillo's childhood was steeped in history. His family has been rooted in Milan since the 1600s and played a role in the unification of Italy during the decades in which music, especially opera, was an important vehicle for spreading political messages of freedom and insurrection. The family business, Casa Ricordi, was the most significant music publishing house of the 19th and 20th centuries. Casa Ricordi was largely responsible for the printing and distribution of musical scores, the preservation and protection of works through their archives, and the cultivation and support of young musicians and composers. Many of these young composers would go on to produce some of the most memorable music of the last 200 years. As a child, young Camillo was quiet and adhered to his parents' strict rules, never wandering far from his family's properties. But by his teenage years, Camillo had grown into an active athlete, competing in downhill skiing and windsurfing before becoming an international instructor in both sports. He was also active in founding his school's feminist club, before the club's members ousted him for meeting too many girls through his membership. Although music was always a love, Ricordi never thought of it as a profession and instead decided to pursue a career in science. Originally interested in brain research, Ricordi turned to diabetes and transplantation. Upon completion of his studies at the University of Milan's School of Medicine, a young cousin was diagnosed with juvenile diabetes. Ricordi developed a theory regarding how to separate insulin-producing cells from the pancreas. However, the hospital where he worked in Italy did not have the means to support such research, and he was sent to Washington University in St. Louis, the premier center for such technology at the time. His work is now the basis of all clinical trials of insulin-producing cell transplants. While in St. Louis, Ricordi met his wife, Valerie Grace Ricordi, who at the time worked in media relations for the St. Louis Art Museum. Today they have 3 children, Caterina, age 20, Eliana, age 19, and Carlo, age 14. In 1989, Ricordi was invited to join the Transplant Institute in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, to direct its cell transplant section. The family moved to Pittsburgh in December 1989, and on January 10, 1990, Ricordi's team performed the first of a successful series of insulin-producing cell transplants. In 1993, he moved to the University of Miami to direct the Diabetes Research Institute, with the plan of assembling an international team of scientists, physicians, and surgeons to develop a cure for diabetes. The program started with a budget of $2 million per year and 12 staff members. Today, it is a leading center of excellence at the University of Miami with more than 200 staff members and a budget exceeding $35 million per year. Ricordi also serves as professor of biomedical engineering at University of Miami's School of Medicine and as an adjunct professor of the Institute for Regenerative Medicine at Wake Forest University's School of Medicine and of the Karolinska Institute in Stockholm, Sweden. Ricordi's life continues to balance his 2 passions, scientific research and music. His wife Valerie serves as president of the Ricordi Foundation for Music and Medicine, in addition to working at Miami's Museum of Contemporary Art. Today, Ricordi encourages his children to embrace both their family's history and their Italian heritage, which in his own words includes some of the most important scientific and technological contributions to humankind, and is not limited to the usual stereotypes that are so entrenched in the popular American vision of what Italians are. I hope our heritage will continue to play a central role with my children and for generations to come. In recognition of his outstanding achievements and contributions, and the honor he brings to our heritage, NIAF salutes Dr. Camillo Ricordi, recipient of NIAF's Special Achievement Award in Medicine.